Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, this word came from a dream I had just a while ago. And in the dream I was talking to these dudes. These dudes is they stay around the neighborhood I stay. And these some dudes I had talked to about God before and everything, but you know, you can't force a person to listen, you can only be a light, give the light, and they gonna come to the light whenever they choose, whenever they get ready. Okay, so in a dream, they was asking me how we know we supposed to listen to you. And I said you gotta pray for discernment. And then I said you gotta ask God, hey, is this person okay to listen to? Should I be listening to this person? That's what they asked me, that's what I had said. And then after that, I start telling them, I say, say if you know something that I don't know, then you could show me or you could tell me, right? And then I said, it's the same thing with me. I might know something you don't know, and I can show you or can tell you the same way. If I don't know something, if you know about something or you know how to do something, you can show me, you can tell me, you know. So like what I took from that dream, from that message is that, we can all teach something and we can all learn something. Like we all, teachers and we all learners, we can all be taught and we can all teach, so never feel like, you can't listen to this person or that person for whatever reason. It could be just, not want to listen, pride or whatever, being in your ways and stuff. Or it could be like for things like, you might not think that person is smart enough, or you might not think that person have it all together, or you might don't like the person. You might not want to listen or take nothing from that person because they skin color, because they background, because they past, because they you know, what you call that? Yeah, they skin color, background, just different reasons why, somebody might reject valuable information, and you know, that's why I say, the title of the video is to remain teachable, because like, you might be rejecting some words or some advice or some information from somebody, that from somebody because of whatever reason, and that's some valuable information. That's something you can that's something you can keep with you. That's a gem. That's a token, a treasure or whatever. But you rejecting that person, or you discrediting that person because of whatever reason. And God don't want us to do that. God don't want us to do that. We always gotta remain humble, because none of us just know everything. None of us just know everything. I might know, like I was telling them in a dream. Uh, I say, you could teach me something I don't know. I said, so it's the same way I could teach you something that you don't know, and not just in a spiritual sense, like, some people be thinking, oh, she thinks she know it all or whatever. No, but I know some things. I know a thing or two. Like I read most of my Bible, not the whole thing, but I read most of my Bible. I didn't spend a lot of time with God. I asked Him for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Spiritual wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why I could, talk about things the way I talk about it. Being spending time with church. I mean, spending time in church. I just didn't. Just was, born into this world knowing things. I had to learn myself, learn from my pastors, learn from the preachers and things, the word, God Himself, spending time with Him. That's how, I could talk about things, but that don't mean I know everything, Shit, like I said, that stuff I've been through with that God, like I said, I learned some things that I didn't know. with this situation. So like I know it was a test, but even though it was a test, it was so much more than a test. Like it was also a lesson because I got taught some things I didn't know, like some stuff was happening, behind the scenes, and I knew, like I knew, I had a feeling that's what it was. I ain't gonna say it because it sound crazy, but something was going on that I was realizing what was going on, and I was like, I know not, like I know, cause that'll be crazy. But then they had a sister in Christ speaking on it about it on him. And I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. But that's what it was. Like I already knew it. But like she was the confirmation, like that's what I was saying, you know, was that. But I it's like I had a feeling, but it's like when she said that, it just confirmed like what was going on. I was like, man, but you see, I had to, hear that word to really realize like things like this really be taking place and it go deep, so we all can teach each other things, we can all teach each other things, and we could all learn from each other, never discredit or down somebody because of whatever reason, don't look at somebody or their situation or their color and you think, oh, you too good, or you bigger than them, or you better than them because of, whatever reason. Never do that. Always remain humble, always remain teachable, like I said, it's not just spiritual, you can learn, something about, like I said, spiritual. Somebody can teach you things about a house, about a car, finances, business, you know uh yourself. Shit, they got people that could teach you things about yourself, and it could be anybody. Yeah, it don't matter. Like I said, don't discredit down somebody, or don't want to, don't I want to say that, don't not want to take something from somebody because of, like whatever, age included, children could teach you things. My child done said some things I know like was only like from God, but it's like when she said it, it just was, it just stuck to me. Shit, it don't matter what their situation is. One time when I was in jail, they had a crackhead said some wise things. Like they had said some wise, they had said a wise word to me, and it's like it's just like they got it from God, because it's like what they said is something I already knew. It's like I said, just don't discredit nobody for whatever reason. I remember this dude I was talking to, couple of years back. That's when me and wasn't together, whatever. But he taught me something about my car that I didn't know. And even though me and him wasn't meant to be, like, he wasn't meant to be in my life, but he wasn't a bad person, But just in that split second, that little moment in time that we had with each other, that like that moment of knowing each other and stuff, he taught me something about my car that I didn't know. So, never, yeah, you want to watch who you're taking what from, and who is coming from, and what information and knowledge it is, because not everything we need to take in. But what I'm saying is some things we is valuable, and we should take in, because it's helpful in a manner or whatever, is helpful to us some kind of way, so just never doubt who who something who a word can come from, what something valuable could come from. Never doubt, I remember they had this lady. It was me and this girl I was cool with, and like, she was a neighbor or whatever. And they had this older woman that knew her, and lived on her street. Like, she was like on the next street or whatever, but we was like, right there or whatever. So this older woman that she knew was outside, came by her when we was talking outside or whatever. And the older woman didn't say nothing crazy to me. Like, they was talking amongst themselves, and like I was just, just there. And for some reason when that lady walked off, my neighbor had said, that woman crazy, but I'm looking like, crazy what? Like, I didn't feel like she was crazy. Like, she didn't say nothing crazy to me. So when she said that, I was looking at her like, wait, what she said some shit you was surprised about, because because I couldn't see why she said she was crazy. So this one time I was walking to the store, like around the corner where I had lived, like that was somewhere else I live or whatever. And I had that woman had, crossed I had seen that woman, as she crossed my path. I had seen that woman. And she gave me a message, and like the message was from God, like, directly from God, and it's like, it's just, all I'm trying to say is that, like, just never doubt what you can get from somebody. Never doubt what you can learn. How God could use somebody to speak a quick message to you. It could be somebody off the streets. It could be somebody, everybody thinking they crazy. It could be anybody. It could be a child. Like, if in the Bible it say, you know, God used the donkey to speak to who that was, that man that was going, do something, and he got a donkey to talk. So God could pass a message, a valuable message, a valuable word, some advice to anybody. Don't just look at that person or those people like, oh, they crazy, or they got a pass, or they ain't got it all together. Why I need to listen to them? Who they supposed to be? I'm bigger than them. I'm doing better than them. What if you telling that to God? Would you treat God like that? Would you treat one of, like I said, the Bible say, don't, show hospitality. You never know who is an angel. You never know who God is. And then the thing is, it's like, okay, like I say, if somebody, like I said, and I know I'm saying a lot, but like, like I said, when I was in jail, that woman that said something to me, she was like a well-known crackhead. Like, um everybody knowing stuff, but she said something that I already knew, like that, like, but it was from God, but it's something I already knew, but I knew God used it in that moment to say what she said. And what else I want to say? Yeah, like, you just never know where something can come from and stuff. You never know who you can learn, who you could get a message, a word from, or whatever. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing, but the Bible repeat itself too, so it's okay. It's okay. You could be rejecting somebody. Somebody might be homeless on the street, and that could be Jesus in the flesh. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That could be Jesus in the flesh right there. But you feel like because they homeless, they can't speak nothing to you, or whatever situation, or whoever they is. You feel like because of whatever reason they can't say nothing to you. No, we all gotta remain teachable, because we can always be taught. None of us know everything. So just a little quick message, just a reminder to just, always be open to get taught some things you might not know, to get a word, to get whatever, from whatever, as long as it's from a source, as long as, you taking in the right thing, as long as it's something that's not harmful or not leading you down the wrong way or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's all I have for today. All right. All right.